0 years old child starting dash story, also known as Head Start at Birth, is about a 30-year-old woman who died in some unknown way, and she doesn't remember her own name, so it barely matters, who gets isekai'd into a magical fantasy world. She is specifically the daughter of a mariness and the captain of the royal guard, and initially she's content to just enjoy the pleasures of being a noble, but when she learns that there's magic, her goal instantly shifts into trying to learn magic and become a top-tier adventurer. And she comes upon this discovery when her mother floats her a stuffed animal using magic when she is, I think, less than 1 year old, hence the name. And so she immediately starts studying magic, trying to learn how to govern the march ruled by her mother, and is basically just tries to essentially speedrun becoming a competent adult person. I will say there is one really interesting scene in this that I do appreciate, where she, when her character is about 3 years old, proposes to her mother the solution to the financial troubles plaguing the southern region of the March, which is, she's like, oh, it's simple. In a farming game, you just expand the farming territory. So she brings this up to her mom and is like, and you could do it during the winter and have the farmers pitch in as a community project. And her mom's like, yeah, that plan would not work because you're going to need money and funding for that. And also there's a monster attacks at the time, so you can't just expand the farming territory. And what I appreciate about that scene is expand the farming territory is exactly the sort of like, is how it would work in the game. You just like click a little arrow and then your territory increases. But I like that it immediately shocks the character herself into this idea of like, oh yeah, real life is like complicated. So she takes a lot of inspiration from video games and when her studies, but the fact is like some things just don't fit in like that. And you see the exact opposite thing occur in so many isekai series, especially characters who are inspired by like video games and stuff like that, where they're like, I'll just do this thing, and they'll come up with this like really simple plan, and everyone's like, oh, you're so smart for thinking of this simple thing. And I love that she like tries that just like any other isekai protagonist would be, and her mom's like, yeah, no, that plan don't work. If it worked like that, I would have done it. So yeah, no, I think there's like a surprising level of maturity to the show, especially from that scene. I will also say that this show has very good art style. I love the aesthetic. The animation is terrible. I can animate some of those scenes myself, and some of them I can't. I wouldn't be able to do like the motion or whatever. But I will also say that it is very rudimentary, and I know that pretty much anyone with any experience in animation would be capable of, at the very least, doing the animation in the show. So, very low budget, but the drawings are very pretty. I'll say that at the very least. And it looks like towards the end of this, the young lady who is now 5, who met the princes and met an attractive member of the royal family who is so much older than her, and I could see it getting weird, but I'm on board for it, and honestly, this was actually pretty damn good, and I'm looking forward to season 2. Twitch and Discord in the description. I've been Sacrobolic, your envoy of hope. Bye-bye!